sold-out crowd is on its feet here in St. Louis, Missouri. Michael Cole, here with Taz at ringside.
I'll tell you, Cole, these WWE fans are so fired up, I'm having a hard time staying in my seat.
I'm with you on that, partner. We've got a great show here tonight for these St. Louis fans, and I can't wait to get started. Nice reversal.
These superstars are beating the living hell out of each other, and these fans are eating it up.
It's what they came to see, Taz, and these superstars are making sure they don't go home disappointed. And here we go with the submission hold. This could be a pivotal moment in this match.
It sure could. There's a lot of pressure being applied in that hold, Cole. Wow, great reversal. Like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
You can say that again. Waiting for your opponent to make a move or give an opening can be just as intense as putting them through a table.
And whether or not you have that kind of patience often means the difference between winning and losing a match.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. This one could still go.
Great reversal.
You look at any other sport in the world, and you won't find a single athlete that can compare with a WWE superstar.
And there's a reason for that, Taz. There are no off seasons here in the WWE. If you're a superstar, you're performing every week of the year.
And we're not talking about just swinging a bat or kicking a ball, neither. WWE is the most physical competition you can be part of, hands down.
And there's the reversal.
She's got something big planned, Cole.
You're not kidding! What a DDT!
Wow, look at that submission. I ain't never seen it executed better.
Neither have I, partner, and this might be enough to get the tap out right here. What a reversal!
Jeez, what a match. I got no idea what these superstars are going to do next.
That makes two of us, partner, and I think that's one of the things that makes it so exciting.
Seems like things have quieted down a little bit here, Cole.
I think this may just be the calm before the storm, Taz.
Man, you talk about superstars and we ain't got an ounce of quit in them, huh? You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Look, Cole, this ain't ballet. You gotta go in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually stepped in between the ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted.
Cole, I swear, I'm gonna replace you with someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Maybe Carlito. He might be a little tough to understand sometimes, but at least he knows what it's like to wrestle a match. Nice quick counter. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match,
she's got a chance to finish off her opponent right here.
Yeah, and she took it. What a huge DDT. Oh, man, this is just about the last hold you want to find yourself in.
I can imagine. Just look at the pressure being applied here. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game. That was a textbook reversal. This is completely off the hook, Cole.
We were expecting...
Oh, man, here it comes.
And that might be the end of the match right there. There's a reason that's called a finishing move.
This has been a real rocket bus of a match so far, Cole.
It has indeed. But I think this crowd would like to see these superstars pick up the pace a little bit.
What are you talking about? This is some classic old-school wrestling here. Picking your spots and waiting for your opportunities. There's the submission hold. I've seen a lot of superstars tap out to this one, Cole.
You and me both, partner, and we might be about to see another one right here.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win, rather than compete fairly. Look out! The referee's been knocked out!
And this is where things start getting a little interesting, Cole. Here it comes, look out!
Oh man, many a superstar has fallen prey to that finishing maneuver.
I think I've got a pretty good idea who's going to win this match, Cole.
I wouldn't be so sure, Dad. If there's one thing we've seen, it's that anything can happen here in the WWE.
Here's the reversal, Cole. When you see this level of competition, Cole, there is no doubt that SmackDown's just head and shoulders better than Raw.
I couldn't agree more, Taz. Raw has some...
Look at this, Cole! Look at this!
Oh my God! There's a reason that's called a finishing move. The match usually doesn't go much longer.
Hey, the ref's got a tough job. I mean, trying to keep these superstars on the up and up, that's hard.
Well, it's easier to get some superstar. What a deadly submission hold this is. We might see a tap out right here.
Won't surprise me one bit. The longer you stay in this, the more risk you have for serious injury.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this... What a submission maneuver! You must be familiar with this one, Taz.
I've been on both sides of it, Cole. That's the truth. And let me tell you, it's better to give than receive. So, Cole, you got any predictions? You know who you think's going to win this one?
No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself with enough bad guesses that I'm not going to risk doing...
I've been locked in this hole before, and it hurts even worse than it looks.
I can't even imagine the amount of pain that this hole must inflict on any superstar who winds up in it. Look at this! Could it be?
You're damn right it is, Cole, and that's a heck of a finisher right there.
What a counter that was!
You know, the key to winning a match like this is to build some momentum. And you're not going to see a match won with just one or two moves.
No, but one or two big moves and a submission hold locked in. We may see a tap out right here.
And even if you can't make your opponent tap out, this will take a lot of fight out of him. It's obvious these superstars have studied each other real carefully, Cole.
No question about that, Taz. You won't last long against an opponent you haven't done your homework on.
And there's the counter, Cole. I don't think this is just a match anymore, Cole. This is getting personal.
Well, what do you expect? They've been beating the match is over. That's all she wrote.
Well, that's
Here's
a 3
your
count.
winner.
That's all she wrote.
That certainly was a decisive
Lita.
victory. That pinfall left no room for ambiguity.
Nope. You let your shoulders stay down on the mat for 3, you lose. That's it. That's simple.